Bitcoin is almost made an all-time high at 72,000 and change. We're back to 69,000. So I've been talking about this guy forever now. Well, forever as far as this channel is concerned, 4 months or so. We all know who Michael Saylor is, right? Hopefully we know who Michael Saylor is. He is a genius as far as I'm concerned. And he is the CEO and founder of a company called MicroStrategy, okay? It's a public company. I've been talking about this forever, so you guys can go check the old content, obviously. And so earnings came out this week on MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy stock has been amazing, better than NVIDIA, actually. And I quite often talk about the strategies that I deploy to trade some of these things. I own Bitcoin. I think everybody should own some Bitcoin, not YOLO kind of thing, or FOMO, or HODL, or any of that, the acronyms. My personal assets, I have about 7 to 8% in Bitcoin. I have not increased it. I've been holding it. I'm going to hold it forever. Why am I going to hold it forever? Because, and I will increase it at some point, because the US government is gaslighting you and telling you that inflation is running 2-3%. It's not. It's running about 6 to 7%. That's the only protection you have, by the way. How do you protect yourself against debasing of the US dollar? How do you do that? How do you do that? You guys tell me. You know how you do that? Now you guys know why all asset classes are at all-time highs. To protect yourself from inflation, okay, you need to be in hard assets. And I'm urging all of you, please, please, please share this video. I did a video with a gentleman named Sonny Poe. The video is on the channel. We released it last week. It's under Insiders of Wall Street section of the channel. And you guys need to watch that video to see what he's doing for his financial freedom, what he's doing against this currency debasing that's happening, what he's doing to protect himself from debasing of the US dollar, because US dollar is losing 6 or 7% of its value on a yearly basis. So please go watch that, and what he's doing with Bitcoin and what he's doing with his credit cards. I mean, it's a fascinating interview. Please go watch it. You'll learn quite a bit. Is it something everybody can do? Probably not. But is this something you need to pay attention to? Yes. Should you own some Bitcoin and take it in a cold wallet, take it off the exchange? Absolutely. So Bitcoin hit 72,000. That's about 69, 70, somewhere in that range. Look, I did a video last week saying, is this a top to fall off of, or is this the next leg up? Bitcoin has been going sideways since March or April, for close to 6 months now. Well, if I'm a technical trader, right, analysis charts, it looks like a base to take the next leg up. Next leg will be 120,000 on Bitcoin. When, I don't know, but when it does break out, it's going to get there. So about Michael Saylor, through MicroStrategy, MicroStrategy is the largest Bitcoin corporate holder on the planet. They hold about 255,000 Bitcoin, with an average cost of, I think, 37,000. And how does Michael Saylor do it? Michael Saylor issues through his company, okay? He issues corporate debt. He issues convertible bonds with less than 1% interest rates and buys Bitcoin. He's done it 3 times in tune of $1 billion each. Well, during the earnings call, which I was listening live, my mouth fell to the floor. A lot of people think this is mortgaging his company. This could end very badly. I'm not going to make a judgment on that yet, because I'm still trying to grasp what this guy is doing. I think what he's doing is brilliant. I mean, is it going to work out? I don't know. So he said, we have a 21-21 plan. I'm going like, okay. And by the way, MicroStrategy is outperforming Bitcoin. MicroStrategy was $130 a share like a month and a half ago. It's $240 a share, while Bitcoin has not made a new high yet. Now I understand the game here. I really do. So MicroStrategy has become a Bitcoin surrogate. So I'm not telling anybody to go buy MicroStrategy, because there are a lot of analysts on Wall Street saying that, well, MicroStrategy's Bitcoin holdings are 16 billion. The company is worth 35 billion. It shouldn't be that much, because the company, MicroStrategy, is not worth $20 billion. I get it. I get the point. But I think they're missing something here that Michael Saylor is what he's doing, he's been doing, he's going to do. So he said, we're going to issue $21 billion in equity and 21 billion with a B in debt and put it in Bitcoin. So I'm going like, Uh, that's a lot, by the way. Uh, not only that's a lot, but what that does is that puts a floor at Bitcoin, right? I mean, if one entity is going to buy that much Bitcoin, and we know there's a finite amount of this thing, that's why I like Bitcoin. That's why I think fiat currencies are trash. The US dollar is trash, toilet paper, okay? And that's why I think you need to be in hard assets. And that's why at the end of that interview with Sonny Poe, which you all please should go watch, it's only 30 minutes of your life. Even listen to it, okay? He said something that hit me like, not too many things surprised me, but when he said that, he goes like, I was like, say that again, and you guys will see it. And he said, don't slave harder, okay? Save in harder assets. Let me say it again. Don't slave harder, save in harder assets. And that's why gold is at an all-time high, silver is at an all-time high, real estate is at an all-time high, stock market is at an all-time high. Meaning people are not buying that the Fed's story of inflation is only 2%. People are putting their money where their mouth is to protect themselves from the debasing of the currency. But Michael Saylor said, he goes, we're going to promote global adoption of Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset for corporations. Now, you guys hopefully know how many trillions of dollars are in money market funds, okay? As an Apple, Meta, and Google. If you just look at those, I know Warren Buffett is not going to invest in Bitcoin because he doesn't believe in it. So this guy is the leader. There's a couple of companies in Japan, a couple of companies in Europe that are kind of copying what this guy is doing. He goes, look, my corporate treasury, we have an existing company. We're producing goods. We're earning some money. We're going to take that money. We're going to leverage that. We're going to issue corporate debt, and we're going to buy Bitcoin. Because that's what I don't want to hold cash. I agree on that one. Because cash is trash. And then he goes, we're going to just keep buying Bitcoin. I'm like, okay, cool. So he's going to promote global adoption of BTC as treasury reserve asset for each company's treasury, not the US treasury, promoted to countries like El Salvador has done wonderfully, cities, states, companies, both public and private. Can you guys imagine what will happen to Bitcoin if tomorrow Apple came and said, oh, we're going to invest like 50 billion in Bitcoin? Just maybe they're holding like 180 billion in cash, by the way. Remember Elon Musk did that through Tesla a couple of years ago? What happened to Bitcoin at that time? Okay, and Bitcoin is a finite asset. There's only 21 million and 19.5 million have been spoken for now. So, you guys need to pay attention to this. The Bitcoin evangelist does not stand alone in his crypto treasury thesis. Presidential candidate Donald Trump also said he would turn America's 12 billion BTC trove into a national strategic reserve. I'm like, okay, whatever. That's not the point. But what MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor are doing is the point. MicroStrategy and Saylor's Bitcoin holdings increased in value as Bitcoin surged to all-time highs. True, Bitcoin hit 73,000. Now this creates a continuous buying program for Bitcoin from just MicroStrategy. People, this is $42 billion he's talking about. And he's talking, this is a 3-year plan. 3 years. He's going to issue 21 billion in MicroStrategy stock. Now, a lot of you may say, well, it's not going to dilute the existing shareholders. Not if Bitcoin keeps going higher. I mean, look, I'm hoping that this works out for him. But Bitcoin MicroStrategy may become the most valuable company on the planet if Bitcoin goes to like 400,000. I figured if Bitcoin goes to 400,000 and this guy keeps buying Bitcoin, just the Bitcoin holdings of the company are going to be like trillions of dollars. So I'm going like, okay, cool. But I just wanted to keep you posted with this, guys, because I'm a believer in Bitcoin, not as much as Michael Saylor is. But the reason I'm a believer in hard assets, accumulation of hard assets, is to protect yourself from inflation, is to protect yourself from debasing of the US dollar, which is happening every single year. You're losing 6-7% of your value of your dollar's buying power every single year. Don't think it's anything else. And hopefully your earnings are going up 6 to 7% a year, so you can keep pace with that. Unfortunately, we know how that goes. I don't think that's working out